Hello, welcome to my what I want to be a weekly video, recipe video, the keto friendly recipes. Um, I haven't been making any kind of videos lately. Uh, I have videos I want to do, but um, last week daylight savings times switched over, and that's it came in like a brick. But if I remember right, last year, this time of year, I was doing really good on the keto diet, and the I really didn't have a problem with the seasonal affective disorder last year, if I remember right. But this year, it's just, I haven't been doing good on diet. I haven't been doing good on anything. But let me go ahead and get to the recipe here. This recipe is a little bit more complex than I usually do. Most of my recipes, it's more or less put everything in a pot and you're good to go. But this one, a while back, I made a pizza called Fathead Pizza, and there's also recipes online using that same crust recipe to make noodles for lasagna. And whatever, I'll try some lasagna. Let's do it. Try lasagna. I have cooked this before, and it usually works better as a pizza crust than a pasta. But hey, let's go ahead and get into it. Here's all what's in it. Quite a bit more than most of my recipes. Starting off with 3/4 cups of coconut flour. Original recipe calls for almond flour, but apparently those are interchangeable, and my store in the clothes covers, sells coconut flour. Anyway, 1 3/4 cups of mozzarella cheese, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, 1 egg, some salt, half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and for the meat and lasagna part, it's going to have 1/2 cup of diced onions. I'm using frozen onions here. 1 green bell pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 pound of Italian sausage, 24-ounce jar of marinara sauce, 8 ounces of ricotta cheese, 1 more egg, 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, and 2 cups of Italian blend style cheese. So, yeah, quite a bit in that. So what the first thing we do is preheat the oven to 400 degrees. While the oven's heating up, I'll put the flour, the cheese, and cream cheese in a bowl, in this glass bowl here. I'll mix those up and got those mixed up, and I'll microwave that for about 30 seconds. Okay, that's been in the microwave now for about 30 seconds. I'll go ahead and mix it up and add it back into the microwave for another 30 seconds, for another minute. Well, anyway, I'll go ahead and add in a spoon that won't stay still. It's getting a little clumsy tonight. Okay, I'll add in the egg. See if I can get that one handed with every single shell in there. Egg and salt and Italian seasoning. Okay, got it worked into a ball there, more or less. And now what I'm going to do, I got this 9 by 13 baking sheet here. Get it covered in parchment paper. Put the ball in, and I'll put another piece of parchment paper on top, and I'll use a rolling pin to roll it flat. It says to make sure you make it very flat for the pasta noodles. So we'll go ahead and flatten it out. Okay, frustratingly, my rolling pin is too big for a pan, so I just got my hands in there. So made it all flat. Flat-ish. Anyway, we'll go ahead and put it in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, I got the onion, bell pepper, and garlic in the pan here, just sauteing a bit. Just turn up the heat a bit. Yeah, sauteing for a little bit. After a bit, I'll put in the sausage and let that cook up. Okay, the noodles finished, the dough finished baking, so I'll go ahead and cut that into strips. And the veggies have been cooking for a bit now, so I'll go ahead and add in the sausage and get that browned up, something like that. Anyway, it's a very sloppy video today. Alright, the meat's just about done cooking. Got the noodles cut up. I think I cut them a little too thin. But, oh well. But for now, I'll go ahead and put these noodles over higher on a plate since I'm going to be using that pan to start the lasagna. Okay, I drained and rinsed the meat, so now I'll add the marinara sauce to the meat there. Just let that mix. Now in this bowl here, I'll add in the cottage cheese. The other egg. Just make sure to get as many shells in there as possible. And then the 2 tablespoons of basil. Just get that mixed up. I got all the ricotta mixed up and got the cheeses measured out and divided up. Okay, now we're going to start assembling the lasagna here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spray the non-stick spray. It doesn't say to do that. I'm not sure if that affects anything, but better safe than sorry. Now the first thing I'm going to do is add half of the sauce mix to the bottom of the pan. Yeah, there's about half. Now I'll add in some of the ricotta cheese on top. Interesting, the last time I made this, the ricotta cheese was more like cottage cheese. It's a little creamier this time. I wonder if that means last time the ricotta was going bad. Anyway, because I keep wanting to make videos about this recipe. It's just, by the time I get it put together, this is a very sloppy video, and every time I make this recipe, it just ends up in a nasty video, so I don't bother uploading it. Anyway, that's about half the ricotta, and now we'll add in a layer of the Italian cheese. Make sure you get all over the counter too. Now I'll add in a layer of the pasta, or pasta-like substance anyway. And then I'll add another layer of the sauce, the rest of the ricotta, egg, and basil for the basil. There's the ricotta and basil and all that. And now I'll cover it with the rest of the cheese. Make sure to get it all in one spot and throw it all over the floor. Okay, now I'll get that covered with some foil and gonna reheat the oven up to 375. Alright, now it's back up to 375. I'll go ahead and let that bake for 25 minutes. Let's come back to that, and I need to clean out my oven. Ugh. Okay, it's been cooking for 25 minutes or so. So now take the foil off, let it cook for another 10 minutes. Alright, And there's the final product. I think I'm gonna let it cool off a bit before serving it up. But yeah, and I don't think I'll be making this too often, just because of how much work is involved in putting it together. But yeah, I've had it before. It does taste good. The noodles are kind of weird inside of it, but yeah, it's a pretty good recipe to make every once in a while. Um, that's a Tuesday recipe. Please like, favorite, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And have a nice day.